Got basketball action from Chase Center, the new home of the Warriors here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Last game for the Pacers, a loss to Sacramento. Now here's Iverson, and the dunk by Iverson.
You know, I think the undervalued part of AI's game is his athleticism. I know he's not that big, but he's an amazing athlete. This guy was an all-state football player in high school, and he plays with some of that football mentality, too.
Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
It's tipped. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Carter with the screen. And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Carter down low. Out to Nance. And stolen by Iverson. And Roy with a clear path to the hoop.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Pass to Iverson. The shot's good. Roy making the play. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Warriors.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals and transition.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Nance. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Boy, an explosive player at 6'10", Nance can absolutely destroy you in the lane.
Here's the screen. Here's Roy. And then Roy with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
Siakam outside. Outside Roy. Kicks it out to Siakam. Oh, good on the triple.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It's stolen by Carter. Here's Roy. And then Roy with the jam.
Man, Roy can fly.
Indiana trailing here. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, down low, and stolen by Ilgauskas. Allen Iverson on the wing. Siakam for 3. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist.
A part of his game, he continues to hone. When Siakam is knocking it down from downtown, he's extremely dangerous.
And even 3-on-3 break. Ilgauskas in the post. And the jam by Ilgauskas.
And not a long trip to the rim for Ilgauskas, using that reach to just hammer it down.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. There's 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. Will it go? O'Neal. It's good on the putback.
Putting in the effort to get a second chance look. Nice.
Warriors leading by 5. On the wing, Iverson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now, here's Stevenson. And a wide open look for Siakam. Another 3 for Golden State.
I like Siakam's lack of hesitation, going right at it and right for it. Looked very confident there.
Now here's Iverson. Screen by Smith. And that one's good, Iverson. Iverson's got 6.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
22. The Pacers, 12.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill. Even in youth basketball, and I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Screen by O'Neal. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Marbury. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
A 6'6" creator, smooth as they come. Roy is kind of a point forward, doesn't have a defined position. All he is a baller who makes plays.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Clark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Iverson with the bucket. Iverson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Clock is at 3. Here's Barry. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Irving. Here's Adebayo. The kick out to Irving. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Iverson with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And Adebayo sends it back.
And a menace defensively. Adebayo with the swat. He's an all-defensive team member for a reason.
Stevenson with it. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Ham. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Pacers trailed by 16. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Irving. Here's Bibby. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And he's no small presence inside. Smith, a handful for defenders in the painted area.
Jabari Smith taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. Clark, some people have claimed there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough teams.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
Substitution for your Warriors.
Closing in on 4 minutes play here in the second quarter. Second shot opportunity. And Siakam throws it down.
Banging inside Siakam. Second chance points. I love it.
The Pacers making a switch here. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunity.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Tremendous athleticism possessed by Nance, a big-time dunker. Loves throwing it down when he gets deep inside.
Now, here's Siakam. He's got 11. To the middle. Here's Pachulia. It's deflected.
Hey, anytime Rollins is around, your shot is in jeopardy of being denied. Excellent timing, and he's got that great reach, too.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the half. 2 on the clock.
Boy, after lighting the court on fire in that first quarter, he's put up a donut so far in the second.
Carter with the 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run. And here's Roy. He has 6. Screen by Siakam. With 4 seconds on the clock. Roy with the bucket. Roy's got 8 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors Closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Now here is Carter. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Adebayo. Over Ilgauskas. Second chance shot. And Boozer lays it in. Boozer's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pacers.
And great job being in the right place. And give Boozer credit for the extra effort there on the glass.
Now here's Roy. He's got 8. Great D that time from Adebayo.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Irving. 6 points for him. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Here's Roy. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. 10 points for him.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And the basket is good.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irvin's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
Outside Roy. Pass to Siakam. Back to Roy. They set the pick. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Irving. Brandon Roy making his last shot. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The drive by Iverson. And Iverson throws it down.
Boy, the quickness of Iverson. What a blur this guy is. Slithering his way through the defense and never afraid to drive it inside despite being a small guy.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Iverson. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pass to Boozer. Wide open shot is on the money. Boozer's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the aggressive approach right there. Boozer is impressive off the catch.
And the call will be against Larry Nance. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Battier's shot. Good.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack. They just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Now here's Iverson following the miss by Kyrie Irving. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And it's Irving with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Free throw good, Iverson.
You can really tell Iverson approaches the game with a single-minded focus. Can be intimidating trying to defend a guy with his level of skill and determination.
Now Carter. His scoring average sitting at 15 points a game right now. That's a pretty sizable contribution.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Iverson gets the bucket.
And the mid-range game of Iverson is quite steady. Has a rapid-fire release, and even at his size, it's hard to get to his shot.
Mike Bibby.
Count it. Good.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Iverson, no good. Pacers trail by 20. And even 3-on-3 break. And O'Neal gets it to go.
O'Neal doing a nice job using his frame and strength to take the hit and still finish the shot.
Here's Iverson. .23 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. Out to Smith. 13 feet away. Count that one. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Not an easy shot for a young player, but Smith Jr. really smooth that time.
Bibby. Here's O'Neal. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided.
55. The Pacers, 35.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Warriors leading by 20. Outside Roy. Driving the ball.
And once Roy takes that first step, the defense knows trouble is on the way, and then he's just able to slice right through them.
Adebayo the screen. Here's Carter. Nance, right side. Another shot. And the foul called on Deshaun Stevenson. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
Now, here is Bibby. Good D by Siakam.
Nice effort anyway to change his shot and get around the defender. Maybe next time.
Here's Roy. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, good luck trying to guard Brandon Roy. This guy can do it all out there.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
Now, here's Roy. Jermaine O'Neal missing his last shot. Back to Roy. In the corner, Smith with it. Hands it from downtown.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
And the foul on Mike Bibby. That is his first foul of the game. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. Nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by Jabari Smith. Carter with it. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Nance. With the clock winding down. And Adebayo throws it down.
Second chance points kill you. It's a strength of Adebayo picking up the garbage and putting it in.
Now here's Roy. And Vince Carter picks up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions is a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
The shot's good. Roy making the play. Iverson's got 20 points.
Iverson can score with the best of them. I tell you what, a volume shooter. He does not lack confidence and lets it fly from anywhere and everywhere.
Now Iverson following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And that one drops for him.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Lets it go from the wing. It's good.
Yeah, this part of the game is coming back for Kyrie. It's always been there, but he's showing more of it now.
Here's Roy. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Roy's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Brandon Roy.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnover.
And here's Irving. Brandon Roy getting his 3 to go. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
And here is Iverson. So we see the Warriors taking the game here.